What's up, guys? This is jmoonies, and welcome to Prelude to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, The Rage Quit Hunter. I'm kicking myself in the pants right now because I really should have thought of this idea a long time ago. Back in the earlier days of Marvel, when I was getting so angry about people just quitting in the middle of ranked matches and in the middle of player matches. Oh, like this would have been a great series to use to vent out my anger. But, you know, now that we're at the end of the game's life cycle and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is coming out, I may not be lucky enough to get any footage for this series, at least as it exists right now. The footage you're seeing right now is more or less my attempts to get up to rank fast enough to find the rage quitters. I find that they mostly exist around 5th or 6th, somewhere between 7th and 5th Lord. In anticipation of this series, I have actually created a new PSN network profile, The Rage Quit Hunter, one word, which I'll be using during the course of this series and through Ultimate Marvel as well. What's really unfortunate is that, you know, I've got a lot of complaints about Marvel vs. Capcom 3's online system. The one in particular for this situation is that they don't really allow you to set your rank, and as a result, you have to start from the beginning all over again, which isn't too hard. Well, it's not hard at all, but it makes me feel really bad because I'm thinking about all these people who are just starting the game now that I'm facing, that I'm practically crushing just to get up to rank. And I must be discouraging them from ever playing this game again in the future. For a while, when I was playing BlazBlue, I was thinking about how easy this game was and like how spoiled it's made me, but fighting against all these beginners or amateur ranked players has kind of made me realize, like, despite how easy this game is, it's still really hard, I guess. Like, there's such a huge skill gap that you take for granted, I guess. And I'm seeing that now playing against a bunch of entry-level people and realizing how much better I've gotten since then. Because I remember when I was first starting out, I was getting my ass kicked left and right until, like, I spent a good 2 months just playing locally against Cameraman. It's definitely been an interesting experience starting from the bottom again. What's especially, I guess, heartbreaking about the situation is that, like, all these guys at the amateur rank right now probably just started playing online, which means they only got this game recently, so close to the end of this game's life cycle. It kind of goes to show how hard it is to get into this game once there's an established community built around it. For anyone interested in starting a fighting game in the future, I highly suggest you be an early adopter, because after a while you either run into just really bad people or really good people, which is I guess you could say that division starts around 5th Lord. Like, even before now, like even several months back, I was finding that players get shockingly good once you hit 4th Lord. Like, I think when you use the game search function to match your current rank, more often than not, before you reach 4th Lord, you'll be playing people that rate anywhere between Fighter and 5th Lord. And then once you hit that 4th Lord mark, you play anyone between 4th Lord and Galactic Lord or whatever the hell it is. But oh, could this be a rage quit? No, it's not a rage quit. It's interesting. I'm not sure if there might be another factor coming into play, because I did recently get my internet upgraded, so I haven't had as much network lag. Not to say that that's the cause for the rage quit, but I think it gives rage quitters enough time to really pull the plug before I get my victory. The other thing I kind of suspect in regards to the lack of rage quitting I've found so far is the newly established name, The Rage Quit Hunter, which might indicate that I'm recording my gameplays and people might be afraid that I'll call them out on YouTube. Which, you know, I mean, is a justifiable fear. I mean, I believe this is for goodly justice in any case, but my hope is that somewhere down the line, I'll find enough rage quitters and pretty much bring awareness to the blight that is rage quitting. And hopefully someone important will see it, or enough people will do the same, and this issue will be resolved. I have actually been following up with the details of Ultimate Marvel though, and it looks like they're improving their online system a little more to include player information. So you could actually choose to decline matches against people with bad competitive records, people who rage quit often. Even so, I have no doubt in my mind that I'll be running into quite a bit of those in the next iteration, seeing as how, you know, I don't really understand the point of rage quitting though, because if you're playing a fighting game, you have to lose. Like, you have to play people who are better than you in order to get better. And losing is just a part of that whole process. And, like, how much do you really want to preserve that perfect record that you're willing to just unplug the game and restart it all the time? It doesn't make any sense, but I once sent a rage-fueled message to a player once, and he was like, "Oh, it's my PlayStation, my rules," so I don't know. I guess they are mostly children, is what I suspect. One thing I can't really deny, though, is Marvel is indeed a rage-fueling game. Like, there's a reason why the phrase "it's Marvel, baby" exists in the first place, and that's because at a lot of times things are such bullshit. You could be fighting a team of keep-away characters, and it's a totally legitimate tactic to use. I mean, I can accept that, but like, so many weird attitudes behind it, people acting super cheap, and I like to take it as a personal challenge, but at times I too often feel like rage quitting. But I believe in justice more, so I just end up being a victim as a result. What would really be awesome, and it's kind of disappointing that I don't think fighting game developers really pay that much attention to the feedback of their community, but if they had like a timeout system where if someone rage quitted, like, they wouldn't be able to go back online for maybe like 5 minutes or so, something just not like a ban, but definitely inconvenient enough to prevent them from doing it again. And like, if it's a result of like a network outage, then all the same, that's fine, because you really shouldn't be playing online if your network sucks. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but like with fighting games in general, you have to have good connection to actually play. Otherwise it just sucks for both people. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know, I'm hoping things will be a lot better with Ultimate Marvel than I've been hearing. Like, they're making improvements, but I would really like them to actually add some innovations to do something smart. Like, maybe they could allow you to keep your ranking from normal Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and carry that over into Ultimate Marvel, rather than having everyone start from the top and, like, you know, discouraging the newcomers because you've got freaking Viscant and like Clockwork starting off at amateur level again. Assuming they play online. This is completely off the assumption that competitive players play online, but all the same, it's a long process, and I know a lot of my friends have been discouraged from even playing the game because of that. But yeah, I have a lot of hope for this series. Not only as a possibly entertaining thing to put up, but also as kind of a weird cathartic self-therapy, because the whole reason I started switching to BlazBlue for like a couple months was because I was getting so tired of people quitting. I was actually on the verge of switching from PlayStation to Xbox, because at the least I can leave a negative rating, a negative player review on Xbox, whereas PlayStation you can't do anything. Going into online matches with the intent to like actually look for these kinds of people and like be able to call them out online later, like, it makes it so much easier not to get mad. Which, man, how sad is it really that I have to worry about getting angry playing video games? It really shouldn't be the way things go in this day and age. But yeah, if you're actually endorsing this series, then all I can assume is that you're of the like-minded opinion regarding rage quitting. In which case, this mission of mine may actually hold some purpose. If any of you are semi-competitive Marvel vs. Capcom players and do indeed hate rage quitting, I urge you to go ahead and add me on PlayStation Network. I will take anybody's challenge, to be honest, if you catch me online, as long as you're not terrible or complain that I'm mashing because you don't know how to block. I had one of those once. I mean, what can I say? It's it's Marvel, baby. Looks like the commentary's coming to a close. I hope you enjoyed my crushing of this this Phoenix team, which, God, Hulk, Sentinel, and Phoenix. It's so goddamn cliche. But there's my victory meteor smash, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys look forward to this series as it continues. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll be able to squeeze one episode out before Ultimate Marvel. But regardless, you'll see me when Ultimate Marvel comes out as well. Have a good one, folks.